Frostland Survivor Man again, coming to you from the Frostland. And with me is a special guest. This is my friend Felix. Say hi, Felix.
Hi.
Okay, so everybody is watching. There's thousands of people, so no pressure whatsoever, right?
Got it.
Felix, where are we? Who lives here?
Well, we're at my home in the forest near Thunder Bay.
We're near Nolalu.
Yes, near Nalu.
We're near Nolalu.
Somewhere by Kekabeka, I think. Kekabeka should be somewhere over there, right? Yeah, somewhere over near.
That's okay. We'll work on your navigation later. However, do you know who used to live here?
Yes.
Who used to live here?
You.
And that's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. So Felix's mom very graciously invited us over to have lunch and let me see the old stomping ground. So Felix and I decided we were going to film a YouTube adventure here, or a Frostman adventure here. So if you look to my right, your left, back in here, you can see the top of the well. That well is about 6 whole feet deep. It's not very deep at all. And back behind us here, what's behind us here, Felix? You guide everybody. Tell them what this is.
So we have a big pond, basically to your front, my behind. That way, we have more pond over there, forests, pretty much bush behind us everywhere. We can't really access that way.
Okay, now everybody needs to know what that big pile of dirt and sticks in the middle of the pond is. What is that?
That is a beaver lodge, or beaver dam. There's right now 2. There's one way over back there. You can't really see it. And the obvious one you can see, beavers inhabit it. And sometimes you can see beavers popping out getting wood all the time. Not to mention tons of bees.
How big is a beaver?
Maybe this big?
Yeah, they're pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not like a rabbit. They're a big critter. They're a lot bigger than you might think. When I was a kid, Felix, the beaver lodge was over there.
Oh.
And it was about the same size as that one, but it was over there. They've moved a little bit further north in the time that you lived here from the time that I lived here.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of other nifty little stories. Back where all that small bush is on the top of that swamp, that's where we used to have our garden. And one year we got way too many smelts. We couldn't clean them all. So I don't know if you know this or not, but dead fish is a really good garden fertilizer. So my dad put the smelts that we could not use and the entrails and everything on the garden. So the next day was Sunday, and he came running in the house Sunday morning. Come here, look at this, look at this. We went down there and there was 11 bears in the garden. Every bear for 1,000 miles figured out that there was smelts in the garden. They all showed up down there. Have you seen bears here in the time you lived here?
Well, one up in the turnaround, where there used to be a road here when you guys were here, but it's not there now. But we saw a bear in the turnaround. When we first saw a beaver, we first thought it was a bear because of how big it was, but really it was just a beaver. We've seen wolves over there, not really bears. In fact, I think we saw a bear up near the blue shed over there.
Up in your driveway?
Yeah, up in our driveway, about 2 bears.
We came home one day from church, and standing in the middle of the pond, almost where that beaver lodge is, was a huge bull moose. Probably the biggest one I've ever seen in person. And he'd dip his whole head and his antlers under the water, and he'd come up with a whole mouthful of swamp weeds and just stand there chewing them. And I thought, why is he standing in the swamp? And then I realized what it was. That was one of the hottest summers we ever had. So he was hanging out in the swamp because it was cool in there.
Yeah.
Then here's another thing for you, okay? When my dad decided he was going to build his house here, a lot of his friends were like, why are you building a house in a swamp? That makes no sense. And so my uncle's house is over that hill, just a little ways. My uncle had to drill a well. He had to drill a well to get water, and even then they had a hard time getting water, and it cost a lot of money.
Yep.
My dad pretty much dug a well with a shovel.
Really?
Really, really. And here's the thing. Where you live is often dictated by water. Never forget that water is the most important thing to mankind.
Yep.
And that's why so many times in the Bible, they use water as a symbol for the Spirit of God.
Yeah.
You guys get plenty of water here, don't you?
Yes. The well over there is right by a swamp, the area. So we get tons of water, and we don't really have a filter for it, so it's perfect water. God blessed us with really good water. So, yeah. Very nice water here.
So this was it. Thank you for hosting us today.
Yep.
Thanks for being a part of the show.
Yep, thanks.
My friend Felix.